Good morning, everyone. Hope you're all feeling good today. Waking up still. It's 2 PM. Well, it's coming up to 2 PM for me. It's 1:44 PM at the moment in the UK. But I imagine most people watching the stream will be hailing from the US, so it's going to be, I don't know, like 5:44, 5:45 AM over there. At least in PST Standard Time. I just said Pacific Standard Time, if you really break that down. But yeah, it's 6 AM PST is when this thing happens. I don't know what time it is for other time zones in America. I only got the PST one. But yeah, I hope you're all feeling good. So, real quick, before I start talking about what I'm expecting or hoping, I'm not expecting anything. I'm expecting a character, but I don't know who to expect. But yeah, we'll get into that in a second. Real quick, I was thinking of doing Crash Team Racing after this because there's an update, but the update hasn't dropped yet, and I don't think the update will drop until like, I don't know, about an hour and 15 minutes from now. And even after this direct finishes and after I talk about it, it's still going to be like 20 minutes before it releases. See, I think it's going to happen at 3 PM my time because that's usually when the challenges and stuff update, so I would figure they would drop the new patch then. But yeah, it hasn't happened yet. I checked my Switch before I started the stream, so I'll probably do Crash Team Racing later tonight at my usual time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that nonetheless. Welcome to the stream, MSP. So, what am I expecting from this? Well, obviously it's going to be a new character. It's like 35... I think they said it's about 35 minutes, so it's going to be a new character. Sakurai is going to show the ins and outs of the character. Maybe show some, like, a new bit of content for the main game, like the system update, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be version 7.0 when this update drops. So maybe like a new side game mode or like a new feature or something, I don't know. I would like to see Smash run from the 3DS version of Smash Brothers, but I don't know if he's going to be adding any more game modes. I think it will just be more like quality of life options at this point. I don't know, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, it should be version 7.0, we should get a new character, the final one of the first Fighter's Pass. He'll probably show off the next set of amiibos that are coming out for like characters that have been out for a while now. Because he did that the last time, he showed like Pichu, Snake and Ivysaur or something like that. I forgot which ones he's shown, but it was a while back that he did that. I still have that, like I've got the Snake amiibo not far from me right now, and it's still in its box. I haven't taken it out yet. I mean, Snake is better in this box than outside his box, but yeah. So that's pretty much what's going to happen, I guess. He'll just like show the new character, and I don't know if he's going to tease the next character because we haven't even... I don't know if the second Fighter's Pass is even on sale yet. Like, are they starting to sell the second Fighter's Pass, or are they waiting until this comes out first and then they do that? I only have the first Fighter's Pass. I haven't actually looked onto the eShop to see if the second one is on sale. So, what are my guesses as to who could be in the final slot for Fighter's Pass number 1? I'm thinking of a few things. Like, if I had to pick one character out of any character possible, it would be Travis Touchdown from No More Heroes. I feel like he would be like a perfect fit for this kind of game. Like, he's got a really cool... Like yeah, he's technically like a swordsman type character, and they've got like a billion of those in Smash. But he's not an anime swordsman. He's an otaku swordsman. Completely different. Not the same thing. But yes, in all seriousness, I do like how he plays in No More Heroes, and I feel like they can easily make a moveset and probably create an interesting dynamic out of how he plays with the lightsaber. Like, you know how he has to like recharge it after a while? Yeah, I think they could like work that in where you can stand still to like recharge it, get it to full power, and you can do more damage for a short period of time. And the longer you use it without charging, it gets weaker and weaker until it becomes like a dud! So you'd have to like stand still and recharge it again so you can do decent damage. That, for example, could be kinda cool. I'd like to see something like that. And his final smash could be a myriad of things, like from the slot machine bonus when you like get 3 icons in a row. Strawberry on the shortcake! Like shit like that. Like have him fucking turn into a tiger and just like rip the competition with it, that'd be great. But yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna see, like, assuming Travis will even happen as a DLC character, I don't know if it's gonna happen today or if it's gonna happen during the second Fighter's Pass. Because I was thinking it might happen in the second Fighter's Pass because No More Heroes 3 isn't coming out until later in the year, so I figured they would like maybe release it closer to the game's release. But that doesn't mean to say they could release it now and then we can just wait for the game like several months from now, because that could happen as well. Who else would I like to see? Fuck, what's his name from Tales of Symphonia? Lloyd Irving, the main protagonist from that game. I haven't played that game in a really goddamn long time, but that was like the JRPG that got me into JRPGs. That and Skies of Arcadia, but I don't think we'll be seeing Vice in Smash Brothers, unfortunately. Not popular enough. But I know Lloyd Irving has a bit of a following in Japan. He was like one of the most voted characters for Smash Brothers over there. So I could see that happening. I don't think it would be likely, but I would see... I could possibly see him appearing. Technically there is like a Mii costume for him, but then again there was a Mii costume for King K. Rool. So that doesn't mean to say that he will not become a character at all. If they had an indie representation, like we've got Shovel Knight as an assist trophy, but if we could get an indie fighter to be in the game, I think Shantae would be a great choice. You can easily make a moveset out of her like belly dancing abilities, like her turning into different animals and stuff. It's kind of like the Pokemon trainer, you know how you can like switch between 3 different Pokemon and they all have like their own advantages and disadvantages. You can do that with like the animal abilities. I think that'd be really fucking cool. And I could see something like that happening if we ever do get like an indie representation. Right, so we're just under 10 minutes away now. I'm just going to keep talking out my arse until it's almost time to start. Also, welcome to the stream, Nishi. I like playing this Pokemon Black Gate music for like when I'm discussing things, I guess. I think we did get a Smash ballot like a couple years ago, MSP, for this game. I don't remember, but I think we had something like that. Right, so I'm trying to think who else could possibly be a good candidate. I've heard some people say Dante from Devil May Cry, which I guess would be a good candidate. I mean, we did get a new DMC game last year. I'd be down for that. I'd be down for Dante, and maybe if they really felt so inclined, they could add Nero or I forgot the other one, V, as like an Echo Fighter, or just like an alternate skin. I'm not sure how they could get that to work, but they could do that if they wanted, kind of like Simon and Richter Belmont. I love Devil May Cry 5. Oh yeah, speaking of DMC actually, I just learned like 10 minutes ago, because I watched Newswave, that Devil May Cry 1, 2 and 3 are going to be released physically in Japan on Switch. Which is cool because I've been holding off on buying those games digitally. Unfortunately, DMC 3 will still be a digital code within the box, but to have all 3 is like one package. If you can get English language on the Japanese version, I'm going to import that. Otherwise, I'll just wait to see if they like bring that to the Americas, and then I'll get it then. I'll order that. So yeah, I've never played any other DMC game before. I've only played DMC 5. That was like my entry point. What a fucking entry point to go into that series. That game is excellent. Dante is also in Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, that's true. He is in MVC. I haven't really played... I've only played the very first Marvel vs. Capcom, like the arcade. I didn't play the console games that came out afterwards. I think I've got 3 on Xbox, but I haven't played it for some reason. Maybe I'll play that sometime. I know they've got a lot of cool Capcom characters in MVC3 Ultimate, like they've got fucking Phoenix Wright in there. I don't know how that works, but apparently you can play as him. You can play as... Like, now we're going off topic, we're going to Marvel vs. Capcom and not Smash Bros, but I've still got like 6 minutes left before this starts, so whatever. I'm just filling time until we start. I would have started the stream a bit closer to the actual presentation time, but I tend to start the stream like 15 to 20 minutes beforehand in case my internet starts shitting the bed, and then I can spend the next 10 minutes like troubleshooting it, because I would hate to like try and troubleshoot it like 2 minutes before the thing goes live, you know? Thankfully my internet is very stable right now. It seems to be less stable at night time, I've noticed. I don't know whether that's due to the weather or just because more people use it at night, I have no idea. But whenever I do like an early morning presentation like that Pokemon Direct, I never seem to run into any issues. Trying to think of who else we could see. I mean, Sora, a lot of people want Sora. And apparently Disney is okay with that, like they're like, yeah, we could... Well, but they didn't really say it, like, yeah, we could do that, but they're like, they're okay with Sora being in Smash Bros, like them and Square Enix, if it was to happen. If that was to happen, I'd be cool with that. I have been getting into Kingdom Hearts for the last couple years. I'm going to be playing a new KH game later this month as well, so that would certainly get me in the mood for the upcoming game that I'm going to be playing on my list of games. It would be interesting to see... Oh, right, music. I forget the music doesn't loop, I need to like replay it manually. Actually, I think I can set that to loop, hang on. Yeah, I can set this to loop, I think. There we go. Let me just, Right, okay, now it'll start looping. Not that it matters anyway, because the presentation will be starting in just under 4 minutes, and this song is about 4 minutes long, so... No more looping will be needed for this, but I can use that for next time. But yeah, I wonder what the... Like, if we do get Sora, I wonder what the stage would be like. Would it just be like... What's that area called? Like, the Happy Town? I forgot what it was called, damn it. The one... The one that we saw in Birth by Sleep. The one where Pete pretends to be a superhero and shit. Like, I would imagine that would be a stage, or like Hollow Bastion, one of those two areas. Or maybe they could do like a Paper Mario style thing where it's like, they just like go between different worlds like every 15 to 20 seconds or some shit like that. That would be interesting. Traverse Town, I think it's that. I don't remember the name of it, sadly. Right, okay then, so we're just under 3 minutes away, so I'm now going to... Oh yeah. I got the inside scoop. I know who's going to be the character that's going to be in the Smash Bros. Announcement. There we go. I wonder who that could be. Oh, it's me! Okay, right, enough joking around. Let's get to the video. I completely forgot I had that joke set up as well. I just remembered it before I swapped to this scene. So, there is the possibility that this character could be shadow dropped today. I actually think it will be. But I don't think I'm going to try and download it immediately because I'm pretty sure the servers will be chock-a-block and it's going to take me like, I don't know, an hour to get it, knowing me. So I'll probably stream Smash Bros. Later tonight alongside CTR, if that's the case. Otherwise I'll just stream a different game later. Right, give me 1 second, I'm just gonna refresh this just to make sure it's actually working. Shouldn't be too long now, less than 2 minutes. Let me get the exact time right now. Oh, we're just like 1 minute and 5 seconds away. We're almost there. I've run out of things to say. I'm just waiting at this point. I mean, everybody is waiting. Like, 1 million people are fucking watching this right now. Eagerly awaiting in anticipation. 30 seconds left. Right, I'm just going to cut the music there. And now we play the waiting game. Oh yeah, so I woke up today with slightly sore hips. I think it's just because I need to break in this new office chair that I got. It doesn't feel too bad, it was just like a mild ache. Because I did mention last night after sitting on this thing for several hours, my lower backside felt a little bit sore. Again, it's just like breaking in the chair. I'm sure after like a week or something it'll be much better to sit in. Like, it's comfy when you sit on it for the first time. Oh. Why is the picture not showing?
Hello everyone, I'm
Shit.
Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Right, sorry about that. Thanks, PlayStation 4.
First look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Wow.
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy. Which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
Okay, so it's going to be shadow dropped
available
afterwards.
right away. Please understand that it will take a little time. I think even many Nintendo employees
I don't think it's going to be
will
released
surprised
immediately. I
to
think
see
it's going to be
this
released
and
like in a
say,
few hours.
Wow, really?
Oh god.
So, let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information. However, even if you say, that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We prepared a fighter reveal video. Once
You know
it starts,
people are going to
I
be
think you'll
upset
figure out who it is
nonetheless.
pretty quickly. Now, let's do this.
I swear to god if it's Minecraft Steve, I'm going to quit the internet forever. Here we go. Fire Emblem, but it's probably not Fire Emblem. I'm guessing some other character from some other game.
The time has finally come to unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies!
And then Minecraft Steve runs in and beats the shit out of the villain.
What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die?
Is it Dark Souls?
I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. You must join Smash.
Oh.
Huh? Join Smash Brothers already! What in the world are you waiting for?
So it is a Fire Emblem character then? I've never played a Fire Emblem game, so... Alright then.
So joining Smash consumes even the darkness itself!
I thought they were going to do like a debated thing where it was like, oh, it's Fire Emblem, oh no, wait, it's something else. It's funny because all the other characters up to this point from the DLC pack were like crossover characters. I didn't think it would be like a Nintendo character. Whatever. We still got Banjo-Kazooie, I'm happy. Plus we're getting 5 more characters in the future, so... alright.
So you return, and sooner than expected. I see. Too many swordsmen, are there? And you wield the sword as well? What will you do?
That's the Echo Fighter, I guess.
So that is how you plan to win the day? So be it. I reward your cleverness this time.
So which Fire Emblem game is this? Is this Three Houses, or is this like a different one?
How is this?
Yeah. Belth recruits Belth. So yeah, it's like a female Echo Fighter.
Have anyone, you should be able to handle
It's from
the
Three
hero's
Houses. Yeah. Again, I've never played it in a F game before.
Superior reach.
I mean, I played the mobile game for like 10 minutes and that was it.
Use Amir's overwhelming power. Unleash the blinding speed of Failnaught. Along with the sword of the creator, each weapon matches a direction.
Right, so that's your character-specific gimmick. Hold a direction to do a different type of sword attack.
Your will and mine be now as one! To you, both sides of time are revealed! Through Smash, show the world!
I'm sure some people are happy with that announcement. I wish I could be more excited, but again, never played an FE game.
Yes, there you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining the battle. Fire Emblem Three Houses was released just last summer, so it's still very new. Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have
so it's
the
not
Super
going to be
Smash
released
Bros.
today.
Ultimate Fighters Pass.
That's
And
fine.
it will also be available for purchase
I'll
individually.
check it out when it does release though.
In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please
Fire
be careful.
Emblem.
The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre of tactical.
You know, it's kind of
role-playing
funny how it's kind
You
of
might
come
be
full
wondering what
circle
makes
because
it
Fire
particularly
Emblem,
tactical.
like Smash Bros was
Well,
the very
it's
reason why
tactical in that it
Fire
simulates
Emblem became as big as it did in the West.
You can think of it as
Ever
moving
since
pieces
Melee
in a
came out.
board game. Or in other words, a game in which you advance units across a grid and battle. When we talk about tactical games of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games. Plus, something made it stand out from other Nintendo products. Characters could permanently die. That's pretty direct language though, so perhaps we should just say they're sleeping with the fishes.
See, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't play
But
Fire
really,
Emblem.
if
I'm
a
not really a
character
big
fell in
fan of
battle, you'd lose
permadeath.
that unit. They'd be gone and you couldn't use them again.
Plus, I suck when it comes to strategy games, so
Recent entries in the series maintain this concept of permadeath to some degree in classic mode and what have you, but a lot of games now allow strategic withdrawals, so to speak. In the older games, your units would really be gone, never to be mentioned again. Scary. The game's stories are told like chronicles of war, with increasingly distinct characters and engrossing scenarios. Several characters also appear in the Super Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash Bros. Melee, I thought it might be interesting to reflect the turn-based nature of the original game. First comes your opponent's turn. They attack and you counter. Next comes your turn. And now, Fire Emblem Three Houses is the 17th game in the series. People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking, 17 games? There are that many? Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge. I'll give it a try.
alright. Wow, they made a Fire Emblem game like every 2 or 3 years.
There you go, 17.
Oh, is that why he posed like that? Okay.
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary.
Oh.
This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17.
Wow, that sounds
Awesome,
really... That's an extremely obtuse thing that he did.
You can actually count up to 31 on one hand. And if you use both hands, you can count all the way up to 1023. If you've given up counting the knots in a tatami mat, you could always give it a go. What is Fire Emblem Three Houses? In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house, you guide them through their school life, and, well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain incident, 5 years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies become enemies, turn hostile, and try to kill you. To understand the concept of Fire Emblem Three Houses, I played an early version of the game before its release. I've done the same thing before, with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for example. Because I couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time. For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter. I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of course, there weren't any walkthroughs I could reference. The game has multiple routes and the outcome of each is very different. Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will adopt different roles in the story. I'll try to avoid spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
Not like I'm planning to play this game anytime soon,
I
if
should
ever.
point out that when I did the Terry Bogard showcase video, I mentioned that it was recorded a month in advance. But this time, we have to account for the holidays and such, so we're filming 2 months in advance of this video's release. Right now, it's actually November.
Wow.
Therefore, some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version. As always, I'm using a special in-game camera and such for demonstration purposes. Here I go.
Yeah, he filmed this before I got that awful cold in December. Right, here we go, time for the breakdown.
So this is our new fighter, Byleth.
Oh. Did my... Okay.
Sadly, they're lacking in mobility.
I'm not
It's
sure if
maybe a
that's
bit
me
better
or if
than
that's just the
Robin's,
live
but
stream
that's about all you
breaking,
can say
but...
for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon. The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem Three Houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs.
I know the
Sword
3
of
weapons are meant to represent like the 3
The Sword of the
typages.
Creator here is Byleth's default
Because there's like a rock, paper,
They
scissors
use it
thing
for
that this
flurry
game
attacks
does.
and tilt attacks,
I only
such
know
as
about that
down
because
tilt
I played the
attacks,
mobile
where it
game.
takes the form of a whip. They also use the sword for dash attacks and other moves. For their up smash attack, they'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air attack, they'll wave the whip sword overhead.
The stage looks pretty cool
The
though.
hit
I'm
detection
guessing
for
they're
this
like right in
attack
front of one of the
lasts for a
houses.
relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like this. It was pretty terrifying how I knocked him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Kirby, no!
you can do
Rip.
awful things like this.
Kirby saves the world
That
in
said,
fucking
you'll
World of
launch
Light and then he
opponents
gets defeated
upward
by
until
this
their
fucker.
damage reaches a certain percentage.
That's an interesting move though, I like
and
that.
You need to be careful. You may find it helpful.
That's
to
a good
mid-air
way to
dodge.
recover as well as like meme on your opponent.
I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges. So that's the up special. Now for the sideways inputs. This is Areadbhar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology. First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so. Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right? If Byleth does the same thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it. Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Wow, that's quite far. Yeah, not that many
Also,
Smash
if you
characters
add
can
an
do a
upward
side
tilt,
smash
it will
that's
be
that
stronger.
long.
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful. The shaft part is weaker, so it's not suited to close combat. It won't deal much damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward, or downward in this case. Next, the side special move. Byleth will simply swing the lance like this, but again, it has excellent reach. For example, even when your opponent is at this distance, it'll still hit.
Yeah, I think my other internet
Actually, you
that
can
this
do a
is
smash
playing
attack
on
to charge forward a
is
little.
acting up a little
Like
bit.
this.
Apologies for the buffering.
But as you'd expect,
At least
you
OBS
can
is not
easily
dying.
shield it, so be careful. Use it in midair and you'll carve up a large area.
I'm expecting the quality to like dip to 144p in
Returning
a
to the side air
second.
attacks from earlier, they have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well, although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth. First, the down air attack. It really is strong.
I'm guessing those you can spike people
You can
with
try
it.
for a meteor
Yep.
effect with this attack. Next is the down smash attack. A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power. And for the down special, Byleth channels all their energy into a devastating strike. It's a bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different. When readying the move, there's a super armor effect, which allows you to withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at about the same time, it plays
Nice.
out like this. It's a bit slower than the Falcon Punch, but due
I
to
mean,
the
that would
super
very
armor
rarely
effect,
happen
you
in
have the
competitive
advantage.
play, but that would be like a fucking PogChamp moment right there if that was to
Unless you
happen at
advance.
Evo.
Another notable aspect is that it lets you pass through platforms. While you're charging up, you can breeze past platforms like this to reach a lower area. It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack. Also, you can turn around during the move.
Okay, so it's
The
like the
swing
Warlock
takes a
Punch
while.
then. Reverse
So
Warlock
if an
Punch.
opponent runs behind you during the move, you can quickly change direction. Even though it can be hard to land a hit with this move, it can be really effective when used against a group of opponents.
I could see
Plus,
myself
even if
abusing
you
that a
fail to
little
land a
bit.
direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little. It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them. By the way, earlier I talked a little bit about the other Fire Emblem characters' moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire Emblem series, because you'll just get loads of counters. It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters can actually multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this could just get you hit by counter after counter. Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Failnaught, which shares its name with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table. It only appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack is similar to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it. And with the neutral special, you'll let loose an arrow. It seems pretty straightforward, right? But there are a few noteworthy aspects to this bow. First, the biggest difference between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready. You can't release it partway through the charge, so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very powerful. That said, you can still cancel out of the stance using the shield button. You can also change direction while in the stance. It works up until this point, but if you keep holding the button, you'll unleash a powerful arrow that looks like a beam of light. You can perform this move by keeping the button held down. You charge up power like so, charge a bit more, and then fire. But again, you'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it, not even with the shield button. In other words, you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Yeah, I can see how that could be a problem.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything. Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But you could always just aim into the fray, as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon. Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original game, there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an enhanced version. As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sothis and launch an attack together.
I'm guessing this is the same level, but it's inside the house now.
Now, let's talk about the
I'm
color
guessing it's like that other Fire Emblem
It's
stage
set up
where it
so that the
changes
default and
every
odd-numbered
2
color
minutes or
variations
something.
are male, while the even-numbered ones are female. However, the third, fourth, and fifth colors are, as you can see, reminiscent of the house leaders.
See, that's
Those
cool.
of you who played the original game will of course understand what I'm referring to. The sixth color is based on Sothis, who you just saw earlier. And the seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which is based on something that occurs in the course of the original game's story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
Alright.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Areadbhar Monastery. This is how Areadbhar Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall, bridge, and cathedral, all in one stage. It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four. Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas. The first area is the marketplace. I think this is where a lot of people come to do their shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid. Their names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason, I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an unfortunate one, that one.
Yeah, so I read my commentaries a
There
little
are
bit
vendors
lacking. I
on
don't
either
really have a
side.
lot to say.
In the original
But
game,
if I do have
these are
something to add,
important
I'll add
booths
it, I
where you
guess.
buy all sorts of things. But
I guess you can get weapons from there.
here you can break them, you see.
If you turn items on, I guess, like swords
If you
and shit
do
would
break
fall
them,
out.
the stage will expand to the left and right. I wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the gatekeeper. You often pass through this area in Fire Emblem 3 houses, and you end up talking to him a lot. Moving through these areas is possible thanks to this mysterious platform.
Yeah, there
Just
we
when
go.
it seems like you've come to a stop,
So it's pretty much like Castle Siege, I think is the
you'll
name of
come
that level
crashing
I'm
back
thinking
down.
of.
You've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
That's a cool transition, and that looks
And the
better
guests
than
in
the
the
one in the other
reception
stage.
hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles.
Also,
Take
the
note,
quality of the
it's not
stream has taken a
spelled
hit. I think it's like
They're from the
480p now,
Adressian Empire,
or 360.
and as such, they embrace their military might.
Not much I can do about that, unfortunately.
Edelgard is one of the characters who is central to the
Oh,
conflict.
never mind, it went back up to 720-60.
Depending on the path you take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals. You'll notice there are prominent chandeliers above the stage. It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage. You can reach it with other fighters, though. So, it's nice if you can work your way up there by getting lucky and being launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone. There we go, I made it. And you can knock it down. Also, you can break this table. Like so. Just like the sign that reads Fudin Kazan in the Suzaku Castle stage, it can break if you launch the opponent into it at close range. Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area. It's very wide indeed. It's similar to the bridge of Elden stage. The guests are from the Golden Deer, Claude, Hilda, and Lawrence. They belong to the Leicester Alliance. Because it's an alliance of many noble families, you could say that they have a wide assortment of members. And Claude is the sharpest of the bunch. Incidentally, both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the 4th title in the Fire Emblem series. I guess once you've reached the 17th game and are creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be tough. Hey, it looks like the Pegasus Knight is busy training. As for the bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can expect plenty of blows to be exchanged at the edges of the screen. You could also say it's a place where the Failnaught really shines, and in this sense, I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
The environment, like the bridge combined with the background, kind of reminds me of Kami's stage from Street Fighter 2. I don't know if anyone else was getting that
The
vibe,
last
but that's
area
what I
is
was
the
getting.
Cathedral, only with some platforms you can pass through. The guests appearing in the Cathedral are Sedith, Flayn, and Rhea. There's Sedith, who appears to have an extremely strong bond with his sister, Flayn. She seems to be under the protection of him and Rhea, who you can see fighting during the opening of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. All three have character quirks related to their true identities. I feel that Flayn might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that. This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged. It'll cycle through each location in about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think OBS is starting to hiccup. Oh look, now this is starting to hiccup. Both of my internets are dying. Good.
Okay, today we'll have a tag team battle in Squad Strike with the DLC team pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from throughout the ages.
Yeah,
That'll
sorry
give
for
us
the drop in
precisely
quality.
5
There's not
players
much I
per
can do
side.
about that. It's gonna look like
here
shit.
we go, Joker. Joker!
What? Nani?
And Hero! Gee,
Oh,
you really
I
made
think
a
I see
lot,
what he's
huh?
gonna do. He's gonna like,
Banjo!
he's gonna kill it for one, but the
By
last
now,
character,
I
and then
think you
beat
know
the
what
other
I'm
one.
doing.
Yeah.
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just the Professor gear.
Rip Banjo.
But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Right, so
It's not going to land that easily.
I hate to do this, but I'm going to reload that real quick because it looks like garbage. That is if... God damn it. Why is it not showing now? Give me a minute. Sorry. It was on the front page and now it's not on the front page anymore, so I have to like load it manually. Right, here we go. Sorry about that.
Lots of explosives. Ouch.
I just wanted to make the stream look a bit better,
Shielded
but
that, huh?
my
Good one.
internet is not doing good anymore. Well, one of
This,
them.
like
Sometimes
this,
both.
Or like so. No anti-air, huh? There, the soccer ball connected.
For clarification, I've got home broadband for my PS4 and like consoles and shit. Like I'm using the PS4
Good.
to play this
There's
right
Mom.
now. And I've got a 4G router for streaming.
You're in a good spot, Mom. Ah, I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not. I feel like the enemy might get this smash ball. See? They got it. But I mustn't give up.
Oh,
I can't waste this chance.
shield breaker.
There's another smash ball. Yes, got it. Now! What are you charging up for? There's still more. Whack! Go on, you can take the hammer, but it's mine. Although I'm scared I might get hit with a counter in this state. I hit him!
Alright then.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game. It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
Oh, here we go, some new music.
Now, about the additional music. Since it's from the Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem stages. There are already a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game. Our selection this time has been made taking those existing tracks into consideration. 11 songs are being added. This includes an arrangement of the main theme in both Japanese and English. I hope you'll enjoy these as well.
Yeah, I'll have to give them a listen.
We're also adding in a new spirit board. It includes the house leaders among some of the other popular characters. Sothis is Legend class. Also, there's a new Classic Mode route, a Heroic Legacy, which is designed to let you enjoy classic Fire Emblem stages from throughout the series' history. The final battle is against Master Hand and Crazy Hand, but you'll find that something pretty amusing happens, so look forward to that. Now for the Mii Fighter costumes. Please take a look.
How much you want to bet there's going to be a Mii Fighter costume that is just going to break the internet like Sans did the last time? Let's see what we get. Wow, Ezio? Altair, sorry. I always get them mixed up. I'm glad they're not full-on fighters. I'm fine with them being Mii costumes, to be honest. Oh, even more Mega Man. I thought we had this one. Or is that Zero I'm thinking of? Oh, that's cool, we get that. Oh, Battle Network. Yeah, you don't see Capcom giving this series much love these days. I would like to return to the Battle Network series, that game is great. Oh shit! Really? We're getting a Cuphead skin? Oh, fuck yeah. Right, well there you go, there's your sans for this edition of Smash Brothers. Smash Direct, whatever. That's a good choice. I very much appreciate that. I think they've even got Mugman there as well, so that's a win. Win for all involved. Oh, it's got a new song as well. Nice. I guess it's the song we just heard there right now. Yeah, I'll buy that.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume. And for those of you who purchased the Cuphead costume, an additional song will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
Oh yeah, the flower that looks like Mr. Buns.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume it's wearing immediately after you download it. And now, onto the amiibo.
There you go, there's your next set of amiibo.
The color
I might
palette
get
for
Dark
Dark
Samus.
looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on
tomorrow?
Friday, January
Okay,
17th.
I guess I'll go to the store tomorrow and see if I can get one of those. It looks really nice.
And now, with the addition of Violet, the Fighter's Pass is finally complete. The lineup was Joker, Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Violet.
Again, the idea of the last character not being a crossover character caught me off guard. I guess a lot of people weren't expecting that.
Only 5
but yeah, whatever. The pass overall was very good.
But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on. There really were a lot of new mechanics, weren't there? When we add a new fighter, we don't simply make their attacks or their movements a little different. Instead, we try to offer you a whole new style of play.
Yeah, I have noticed that they've been adding new stuff alongside. Like they add new mechanics and shit.
As I stated, we'll continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Oh? How many more are we getting? Oh, nice, we're getting another 5. Oh, 6? Holy shit. Sakurai will never fucking stop working on this game.
One more fighter than last time. For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out. And now that it's official, we intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it. Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided. Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I still hope you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last time, it was a Rex costume, but this time, here's what we have.
Okay. Oh, nice.
It's a Mii Fighter costume for Mii Sword.
Oh. Internet is dying again. Yeah, sorry about this. I'm just gonna wait for it to buffer. I mean, we see what it is, so... Ah, why does my not like doing this to me?
The ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. This will not be for sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to buy Volume 2 immediately. I'm going to do what I did with the first one and wait until the first set of, like, DLC comes out and then I'll buy it.
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest-selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world. Seems like Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC, which means no breaks for me. I plan to keep working hard, so I hope you can continue to support us. That's it. Thank you.
Right, okay then. I don't know if you saw the disclaimer underneath Fighters Pass Volume 2. It said that the content will be released through December 2021. So that's like almost 2 more years of work that Sakurai's got to put into this game. Holy shit. I feel bad for him. Like, every time he keeps making stuff, it's like, I appreciate it, I love that he keeps making stuff for this game, but on the other side of the coin, I'm like, Sakurai, please stop. I love the game, you don't need to make any more. But if you insist, I'll continue buying your shit. Shut up and take my money. Right, okay then, so I'll just briefly go over what we saw. I don't want to take anything away from this and say that I'm disappointed by the final character, because overall the Fighters Pass Volume 1 was great. Like, we got Banjo, we got Joker. Who else did we get? Because I'm having a stroke right now, I'm forgetting. The hero from Dragon Quest, and we got... who else was it? Shit. Does anyone remember? Because I'm terrible at remembering things. But yeah, overall, the first Fighters Pass was excellent, so I'm not too upset about there being a Fire Emblem character for number 5. I was just surprised because up until this point, all the characters were like crossovers, so naturally most people assumed, oh, it's gonna be Sora, it's gonna be Travis Touchdown, it's gonna be Lloyd Irving. These are all the ones I'm expecting, but most people were thinking it was gonna be like a crossover character, and then they get like a Nintendo character. But you know what that means? We might see Waluigi at some point in the future, maybe. I mean, I am not one of those people who want him, but I know lots of people that do. And if they get that, then that's cool, that's a win for them, and that would be cool. So yeah, new character has an interesting dynamic. It's yet another anime swordsman, and again, we've got like 1 billion of those at this point. But they seem to play quite differently from the other ones, and they don't have like a counter, so that's going to make things more interesting for their combat and playstyle, which is good by me. So when it releases, I think January 28th, I'll be checking that out. I'm going to try them for a bit and see if I can get good with the Fire Emblem character finally, because I can't fucking get good with the other ones. And I'll buy the Cuphead and Mugmed? I'll buy the Cuphead and Mugman skins, because of course I have to. I love Cuphead. I'm glad to see that we got like a skin for those. Let's see. What other skins did we get again? It was like Mega Man X, Mega Man.exe. I think I'll have to get those as well. At the very least, I'll get .exe, because Battle Network doesn't get that much love these days. I feel like I'm missing something. I forgot. Obviously, the new Fighters Pass Volume 2, there are like 6 characters this time around, not 5. And it's going to take them roughly 2 years to finish all that work, so it's like 3 characters per year, basically. Or possibly like 4 this year and 2 next year, who knows. It might take him a bit longer this time around. I think he's going to like not grind himself into the ground as much, like trying to get these characters out there, so I could understand if it's like 3 this year and then 3 next year. Again, don't overwork yourself, Sakurai, even though you're overworking yourself anyway, but it's good to see that the game is like the biggest selling franchise for like fighting games now, because apparently Street Fighter 2 was like the highest selling franchise for quite some time. So that's good. It's nice to see that all of his like effort has paid off in a very good and positive way. It also won a lot of awards last year as well. It won like Best Fighting Game at the Game Awards, and it won a bunch of other like awards outside of the Game Awards. Excuse me. Right, so I think that's about it. I'm going to stop here for now. So I will not be streaming Smash tonight. I thought there was going to be a shadow drop. There is not. It's going to be released on the 28th of this month, so that's like just over a week from now. Let me get the exact day. It will be released, yeah, a week and a half from now, so I will stream it on the 28th. I'll download the new character, I'll download the update, and I will download the Cuphead Mugman stuff, and we'll check that out. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, I do appreciate it. Sorry about the connection issues in the middle. Comes with the territory because my internet sucks. I will see you guys later for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled later tonight, and I'll probably do some Fortnite or something else after that. See you later.